And a very good evening to all my viewers. It is Wednesday, January 4th, 2023. I've been actually saying 2022 lately in my January video, so I'm getting out of that habit. Of course, I'm so used to saying 2022. But anyway, for this video, we're going to do a little walking tour of Berri-UQAM metro station. So we'll start off here. This is the yellow line, of course. Shortest metro line in the Montreal network. Goes from here to the South Shore near Brossard, Longueuil, Greenfield Park, St. Bruno. And there's only 3 stops on this line, and this is, of course, the Montreal side. This is the platform to get off. There's the tail tracks down there, more or less. So if you wanted to go to the South Shore, you'd actually have to be on the opposite side. And in that direction, the tunnel, that's where it takes you to Janaury station, and then Longueuil, University de Sherbrooke, de Montréal, or University de Sherbrooke of Montreal. So yeah, this is, like I said, Berri-UQAM. That's the yellow line. Now we're going to check out the orange and the green line. And I actually think for the yellow line, it may be the shortest metro line, but the distance between here and the next station, which is Janaury, I think is the longest distance between any 2 metro stations in the network. So yeah, I'll tell you what, we'll start with the green line, then we'll make our way to the orange line, and then we'll eventually go outside. And yes, I'm using my wide angle lens, my Samsung Galaxy S22, to give you a different experience. One of the things I love about this station is these tiles here, these glass tiles. And I call Berri-UQAM the never-ending project because, wow, I'd say since 2010, maybe 2009, even earlier, they've always been doing some kind of construction. Tearing down walls, putting up elevators, you name it. So we'll go here, check out the green line platform. Again, if you live in Montreal or you're in the area, you probably know all about this. But this is for viewers that may be not so familiar. So this is the green line. This is right now the Janaury platform. We'll go to the Angrion platform next. In that direction, you can actually see the next metro station. There's Berri metro station. And now we're going to make our way to the Angrion platform. One of my favorite features here is this glass ceiling, which we're going to see shortly, and we go to the other side. And for this, we'll take the elevator because, well, why not? And what I'll do is I'll conclude the video outside the metro station so that you can get an idea what it looks like.
Nous montons.
So we're going to be going to the 2nd floor and then going to the next platform, which is Angrion. And then we'll go to
Niveau M,
the orange line,
direction Côte-Vertu, ouvert ascenseur sortie et correspondance.
which is actually right here. So I'll tell you about what, since we're on the orange line, I'll show you that first. So basically the orange line and the green line run perpendicular to each other. They're like 2 lines that cross, but they're on different levels. So here's the orange line. Maybe we'll get a nice shot of a Azure train coming, yes. That's Azure set number 3. And this train, the platform we're on is the Côte-Vertu direction. This is the Montmorency direction, which is in Laval. So basically this is facing to the north. Behind me is to more or less the south. I'll get a nice shot of the train departing and then we'll revisit the Green Line. Alright, so now we're going to go back to where we came from, which was the Green Line, but in the opposite platform. And in a moment, we're going to see a very special part of history. I think this is where the inauguration of the Montreal Metro actually was, right in this station. So I'll quickly show you the, like I said, the Angrion platform, and this is facing towards the west. I know it's a bit confusing, but so basically this is facing west where we just were. Yeah, this is facing east, this is facing to the north, and this would be facing to the south. So, and there of course is that beautiful glass window that I was referring to earlier. Let's go down here and check out this work of art, and we'll make our way back up and then head outside. Up there, by the way, is that dépanneur that we just saw. Of course, the weather right now outside is freezing rain, but we're nicely inside for this video. When we do go outside, we'll see what the weather's like as well. So we're walking in the east direction right now. Oh, pardon me, sorry, east is that way. East would be that way. Oh, actually, my mistake. I'm disoriented. This is facing east. This would be facing west. The metro station that I said was Boldry, it's actually Saint Laurent metro station, the one that we saw earlier. Remember I said you could see the metro from here? The metro station? Yeah, so I got that metro station wrong. So this is facing to the west. And this here is facing to the east. Nice view of this work of art here. So now we'll go upstairs and we'll visit the Orange Line one more time. So now we are walking in the west direction. So just remember, we're walking in the west direction. Keep in mind of the orientation of this metro line here. As you can see, it's sort of on this angle, facing an east-west orientation. And when we go upstairs here, you can actually see the Orange Line is completely perpendicular to this. In a moment here. By the way, I was mentioning earlier in my video that there's a lot of construction going on here. Back in 2008, this wall was pushed back much more. This is a newer wall. You can see it looks very fresh. There's our Orange Line there again. So notice the Orange Line is running this way. The Green Line is running this way. So facing right now to the east. And we'll go back to the Orange Line here. I'll check it out. See, if I make a mistake, I always like to go back and correct it. Alright, right, so this is the Montmorency direction that we're on right now. So this is facing to the north, and this is towards Côte Vertu, which is facing to the south. Hopefully I got it right this time. Show you before we go upstairs, because we're not done yet. We're done with the metro platforms, but we're going to go check out the actual station itself. Look at this. This is a cool elevator. And you know what? We'll take the elevator up. Actually, no, this one only goes down. But look at this. You can go through the elevator. It's like a little shortcut. So now we're going to conclude our video by going upstairs. There's that convenience store that we saw earlier. So now we're going to go up the stairs, and we're going to see a very historical part of the Montreal Metro. So here's our main hall, our atrium if you want to call it. This is where your turnstiles are, your entranceways. There's a lot of different entrances. I'm not going to cover them all. But this is your main floor, obviously. And right here, in the middle, is a very beautiful piece of history. This here is when they inaugurated the Montreal Metro. This here was basically what they inaugurated it with. And there's your date right there. It says inauguration of the Montreal Metro, October 14th, 1966. So this is a very historical area. Now what we'll do is we'll conclude the video by going outside. We could choose any exit we want, but trying to think which one would be best. Try to find the one that's shortest. Here's a Couche-Tard, by the way, which is a famous convenience store here in Montreal, Quebec. Also known as Circle K elsewhere, depending on if you live in other parts of Canada and whatnot. Tell you what, we'll take this exit here. It's not the shortest, but gives you a nice view of this skylight here. So I apologize again for the orientation mix-up, but I did correct it after. Yeah, take a look down here. There's the green line. That's where we just were. Beautiful view from the top looking down. One of my favorite things in architecture is skylights, glass windows, anything that has natural light, natural openings. There's a health food store. Never noticed this before. Must be relatively new. And as we make our way down here, I think we're walking eastwards. I'm pretty certain we are. We're going to check out this little thing here, which I think is, they're wasting this because they should put things in here. They should put little displays. They should put artwork or something. Right now it's just open glass spaces. And they actually have these little locks on them. But yeah, look, complete waste of space right now. They should put some kind of art in there or whatnot. So there's our exits right there, the Maissoneuve. And you can see they have these arrows. These go back to the pandemic era, the COVID era, basically trying to help people navigate, tell people to stay on the right side if you're going this direction, stay on the other side if you're going the opposite. This is Place du Puy coming up, which we're not going to go into because I don't even think it's open. They say it's a little shopping center, which is right through these doors here. And now we'll head outside and wrap her up. And we'll be exposed to the elements once again as we're under a freezing rain warning. So I'll say as I always do, if you like the video, hit the like button. Subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and anyway, you can stay up to date on notifications of my content. And that's about it. Look at the weather now. Look at that. Ice pellets, freezing rain, you name it. That's Canada, right? So anyway, thank you all for watching, as I always say. More videos to come. Have a good night all. And see you all soon. Thank you.